hope you're having a great day. My name is Lauren, and today I'm going to be showing you how I'm designing my January 2023 spread, and I'm including a little spread for just the year of 2023, just to kind of designate like a change in year. So yeah, I didn't spend a lot of time coming up with a theme just because I wanted this to be a bit more of a simple spread, and I also am very busy and I'm trying to work ahead so that I have some time off over Christmas and New Year's to actually take a break from work. I tend to work all the time. So I actually want to have a break because I have a lot of plans for next year that I really want to feel energized and motivated for and feel just rested and refreshed. So yeah, I decided that I wanted to go for, I guess, like the inspiration that led me to design this spread was actually one of the patterns that I designed. I think I may have shared this before, but I designed this winterberry pattern and I have it on my little coffee mug, which I think is so cute. I love how it turned out. But anyway, I painted a bunch of different little pieces as I was designing that spread. So here's just a little glimpse of what the winter berries look like on these papers that I used when I was designing it. So yeah, I figured like January, it's still winter, at least here like in Indiana, so I wanted to go with more of like a winter theme, but I didn't want it to be super Christmassy or holiday-y, and I wanted it to be kind of floral, so I feel like this is a good combination of both of those, so it combines all my favorite things. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So I wanted this spread to be pretty simple, like I already mentioned. So I drew out these big 2023 numbers and I followed a font that I found just on Canva, which is a free program that I use to design some different things. So I found a font that I liked and then just kind of designed, drew out something that looked similar, and I really like it. And I debated about painting it, but I really wanted to use my brush pens, and I'm obviously using my favorite peach color, which I use this pen in most of my videos if I'm going to use a brush pen. I just love the way that it looks, and yeah, I added a few different layers, and yeah, it does look a little choppy just because you can see like the brush strokes and everything, but I still like it. I think it's kind of fun. And then I was thinking about like if I wanted to have like a quote or if I wanted to do like a word of the year or something. And I'm not typically someone that, has like a word of the year. It's not really something that I decide on. I know a lot of other people do that, but it's just never been a practice that I've done before. But when I was like sitting just thinking, should I do a quote, should I do a word, like the first word that popped up in my mind was limitless, and I was like, oh, that's actually kind of fitting with what I'm doing, and I've been planning out my goals and stuff for the year, so I thought it was pretty fitting. So I included that in just like a loose scriptive font, and then I did these like winter berries and branches and some leafy designs at the bottom, and used my watercolor paints to fill those in. And moving on to the next page, this is kind of my January 2023 calendar spread, and this is where I kind of used my pattern as kind of a reference. So I sketched out all of these different berries and branches and just kind of arranged them kind of scattered throughout the page and sketched them with my pencil first, and then went over them in my micron pens, and I used size 005. So that's the smallest one that I have, and I really wanted to get in some of those fine lines. And then I'm going over them with my watercolor paints and just mixing up some different like cool toned greens, a few that are a little more warm toned, just to kind of like vary it and balance it out. I wanted this to be kind of a play of warm and cool colors. And then with the berries, I tried to go with a lighter kind of pinky color, and then I did throw in some red berries just to give a little bit of variety. And Then moving on to the calendar page on the right side, I did a bigger calendar than I typically do. I did these boxes and then wrote obviously the days of the week, numbered them out, and then added this cute little festive berry kind of cluster on the side, and I love this. And actually Shada Campbell, she did a spread like that a long time ago, so that was kind of my inspiration for that little detail. And then moving on to the weekly spreads, I wanted to keep this super simple, so did a big January font at the top, a little calendar, and then for each of the days of the week I actually did a different type of berry cluster or little winter branch, kind of using the similar ones that I used on the previous page. And yeah, I just wanted to have a little bit of variety, and yeah, I really didn't go in with a specific plan, just kind of went with what felt organic and natural. And yeah, so after going over those with like my micron pens again, I added in those watercolor paints and pretty much used the same color palette, and also used my brush pen again, with the kind of peach color, to go over like the dates and the days of the week at the top. And yeah, it's such a simple spread. It really didn't take that long to put together, and I love the way that it looks, and I feel like everything just kind of really tied together. So here is the final flip through. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm really excited for 2023. I think it's going to be a really great year, and I hope that you have a really great 2023 as well, and I will see you in the next video.